Hello everyone, welcome back to Monsters of the Mind. I am your host, Catherine. Or should I say, Cathaline. That was terrible, I apologize. Anyway, they say if something's too good to be true, then it probably is. And I think no villain represents that more than the Beldam from Coraline, also known as the Other Mother. Now I know what you're thinking. Hey, that movie's not 20 years old. And yes, that movie still has a few years to go before it hits the big 2-0. But, you know what is 20 years old? The original book. So therefore, this is a valid subject. The Beldam, better known to her victims as their other mother, is a humanoid creature. Not much is known about her past, though both the book and movie give some hints that she may be a member of the Fair Folk. Since like the traditional Fae, she targets children, has the power to change things, and has a fondness for games. Her appearance varies. She usually presents herself looking similar to whoever her victim's real mother is, and in the books it's mentioned that her disguises look noticeably off. But in the movie, they seem to be pretty exact. But one thing across all of her disguises that doesn't change is her distinct button eyes. Although at one point in the film, she does change her eyes to look more, like eyes, so it seems she can change them and simply chooses not to for whatever reason. The Beldam has control over a pocket dimension that's only ever referred to as the Other World, which she can change to best suit her victim's desire. But it's implied she can't create anything whole cloth, as all of her creations turn out to have started out as some other random object and only molded by her into what they resemble, and all living things have button eyes just like her. Her main goal is to get a meal, which consists of children. Basically, she spies on local children to see what issues they have. She then shapes her world accordingly to make it the ideal place for them. And once they've been enraptured by the world, she offers them a chance to stay forever, which involves sewing buttons over their eyes. Once they do this, they become permanently trapped in her world while she eats away at their life. And, worst of all, you don't even move on after you die. You're just stuck there as a ghost with button eyes. And to add insult to injury, she uses your eyes as random objects for her next go-around, so that's fun. In both the book and movie, she has the same goal. Basically, the main character, Coraline, isn't happy with her life, so the Beldam lures her to a world where she acts as a seemingly perfect version of her mother and provides her with a much more exciting life than what she currently has. But then she springs the idea of sewing buttons over Coraline's eyes, and after this, her true colors get revealed. She decides if she can't convince her by being nice, then she'll just break her by force. She traps her in a mirror and then ends up straight up kidnapping her real parents just to make sure she has to come back. So, in order to get her parents back and save her previous victims, Coraline challenges the Beldam to a game. If she can find everyone she's stolen, she can go home. But like all good villains, she doesn't play fair. And Coraline is literally warned that if she wins, then there's no way that the Beldam will let her go. So she tricks her into opening the door back to the real world and manages to just barely escape her. But during the process, the Beldam's hand gets cut off, and that night, the hand hunts down Coraline in an attempt to drag her back to her world. Luckily, the hand is squashed by a rock and tossed down a very deep well, alongside the key needed to access the other world in the first place, hopefully bringing an end to her reign of kidnapping. Now, one line said by the Beldam that I find interesting is that she claims that everyone has an other mother. This could just be another lie. This could just be a lie to make this seem less weird, but if she's telling the truth, then that would imply that there's more than one of her around the world. Who knows, maybe in different old buildings all around, there are others of her kind, each wanting to lure children to their own demises. But hey, that's just a theory. So yeah, remember kids, never go off with people who look like exact replicas of your parents but with button eyes who seem to be perfect in every way, because you never know what they might do. Well, good night everybody.